Hello, welcome to Dynamics Accounting and Finance Tips. My name is Jolie. Today we are going to talk about custom alerts. And this is an area from an end user perspective I haven't really been 100% confident in, but there are 4 examples I'm going to show you today that I am super confident in. And one of the things about me is I kind of pay attention to the struggles of companies over the years, and I've always heard communication being one of the areas that always needs improvement. And I think Dynamics has made it easier to kind of use that communications requirement within companies to um, be able to use the system to communicate with us when specific transactions happen or specific actions happen. And so that's what custom alerts is for. However, I have tested a few areas that I can't quite get 100% confidence in that works. So just so you know, what I present to you in these videos are areas where I am 100% confident that it's working as properly as it should from an accounting and finance perspective. So let me show you those. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about 4 areas we're going to create a custom alert for. The first one is when a new vendor is created in the system, we want to be notified, or we want specific users to be notified by email. And so we're going to set up a custom alert when a new vendor has been added to the main all vendors table. We're going to get notified by an email. That email is going to have a link to that new vendor. And as long as I have the security roles to access that table, then I'm able to go in directly to that vendor and validate that the vendor has been entered correctly, the W-9 is attached, the 1099 looks great, whatever information I need for that vendor, I can validate at that time. So workflows work great for this as well, but this is just a little bit more communication, which everybody loves communication. So let's go ahead and talk about that example first. The next 3 examples after that are similar in nature. One, we're going to add a new custom alert for when a new customer is added. We want to be notified so we can, from a credit team perspective, we can validate that the customer has credit to be able to, or enough credit, a credit limit per se. The third example we're going to use is when the system creates a new fixed or acquires a new fixed asset. We want to be notified when that asset is acquired so that we can validate that the books look correct, and then it's ready for depreciation. Everything looks good on the books, and and it ties to our ledger. So that's the third example. And the fourth example is when an internal project is created. We want to notify specific departments or specific teams or specific users. So in that perspective, we're going to set up a custom alert to do that communication for us. All right, so let's start with all vendors. And I want you to know that this is manage my alerts. So I can go in here at any time and see a list of my alerts, and I can disenable them, delete them, add, however I want to do that. So for right now, I'm going to start off with a clean slate, and I'm just going to delete this alert. And since these are my alerts, I can definitely do that. Okay, so let's hit new. But before we actually create this new record, let's set up our alert. So go to create under options, create a custom alert. And we're saying in this table vendors, when a record has been created, we want to be alerted with an email. New vendor created. Please validate. We'll put it in the message. We'll say, thank you, Jolie. And we want to send an email. Okay, so that is simply all we're going to do. Now, if we wanted to send this alert to another user, we can select that user under this dropdown, and then we would, when it says user here, this is going to just populate within F&O. If you want to add additional email recipients, you would just add a semicolon and add the additional email addresses here. Okay, so we're going to hit OK. That has been created. Now we want to create a new vendor account, or a new vendor for this test. And the group is a requirement. And for this test, obviously we would need address, contact information, but for this test, we're simply going to just put the name in the group, and that's going to populate a record. Now, we should expect that the alert that we've assigned should work and go to the emails that we've asked it to go to. Okay, so we're going to just close out of this. And this test is successful, and we've gotten an alert here. Now, if you can open this alert, you'll see everything I put in that custom alert is also here in the alert tab here in D365. But also, let me pull over my Outlook. This is my email that the system has sent, and then all I would do is click this, and then here is the new vendor that I would need to go in and validate. So that is example number 1. Love it. Example number 2 is we're going to create a new customer. So we're going to go to all customers, and we're going to create a custom alert. Same situation here. We're saying in this table, when a record has been created, we want to be notified. New customer added. New customer added. Please validate credit limit. Thank you. Jolie. Okay. Send email. Again, you can select any other users that you would like to be included, as many email recipients as you'd like. And for this test, we're just going to send it to myself. Give it a few, just whenever the batch runs is when this is all happening. Oh, we needed to create a customer. Okay, so here we're going to do Jolie's test customer. And similar to our vendor, we're going to select, this is our test environment, so excuse all the kind of miscellaneous groups. We're all, SA Global's team is all testing in this same environment. So here's our new customer, so we should expect to see notification. So happy, happy, joy, joy. I'm going to show you this notification. So we should be able to come here. Oh, there's the new customer. We just got notified in our alerts that a new customer has been added. We could definitely go to the new customer from here, or let's go to our emails again. So I'm back in Outlook, and we can see new customer added, and then we would just click on this customer, and it would take us directly to the customer. Beautiful. Okay, let's jump into our next example. So this one's a little bit different. It's a fixed asset. So let's go to fixed assets, and we want to go to acquired fixed assets. And we go ahead and create our custom alert. So we're saying anytime a new fixed asset has been acquired, a record has been created, new acquired asset created. Please validate books. Thank you. All right. So we're going to send an email. And again, however many recipients we'd like to have and the users, we're just going to select OK. Now we're going to do something really fun and just go into accounts payable, purchase orders. We're going to create a quick purchase order. Let's see if I have any. Nope. I'm going to see if I had a test in here. Let's just create, go down and select a USMF. This one should work. There we go. And we're going to create a purchase order. Okay. And here we're just going to select a vehicle. Mercedes, we're buying a Mercedes. And on the purchase order, we're going to toggle the fixed asset as new, and we're going to select the fixed asset group. It should be vehicles. Okay. And then we're going to save, and we're going to confirm. And that doesn't book the acquired asset quite yet. What we could do is go ahead and invoice this. At the point of the invoice, so let's do test Jolie as the invoice number. And let's do invoice date today, posting date today. And let's go down here and look at our fixed assets. It's acquiring still here, so we're good. And we want to, yeah, I think we're good to post. Let's try. Okay, so we got an error. Let's see what it is. Oh, we need to send this through the workflow. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so we're back and we want to send this to the workflow. Okay, so we're going to wait till that gets approved. Okay, so our pending vendor invoice has been approved through the workflow. So let's go ahead and try to post it again. Let's see what happened. Looks like it's still in the process. Let's give it just a second. Shows to be approved. Let's get in the status. Okay, so workflow is complete. Let's try it one more time. Okay, we have posted our invoice. Now our expectation is that we should see an email come through that a new fixed asset has been acquired. Just in the meantime, while that's coming through, let me show you over in Invoice Journal where it has all invoices ever created. I really love this table. So we'll come here, we'll go find the invoice that we're working with. Let's actually go to the purchase order. I want to show you where the fixed asset has been acquired. And if you go to the purchase order, now you can see the actual fixed asset number that has been acquired because we had the new fixed asset toggle on. So since this has been acquired and it is an acquired asset, we should see an email come through. So let's go to our Outlook. We don't see it yet. Let's give it a few more seconds. Guess what? Go to my emails. I have gotten a new notification that a new acquired asset was created. And I just click in this little hyperlink. Super exciting. And it takes me to the asset where I can then go into each book and validate that the fixed asset has been acquired correctly. That is our third example. Let's jump into our fourth example. So our next example would be under project management and accounting. We want to go to all projects. This one's a little bit different. When we create our custom alert, we want to be notified just when an internal project, or we can even do investment. That's a good one to be notified if anybody creates a new investment type. We might want to let management know or leadership know. But in this case, we want to say when a new project type is set to, we'll just do internal for this example, we want to be notified. New internal project created. Please validate project info. Okay, and we're going to send an email, and again, as many recipients as you'd like. All right, we have created that custom alert. I hit OK with hit enter, and it took it as OK. So if we go here to new internal project created, we can see that it's enabled, and it's going to send an email with this message. So let's go ahead and create a new internal project. So project type internal, project ID. We're just going to do project test Jolie. Project group, we'll do internal. Customer, I think we have to have, so we'll just pick the first one. And project manager, we'll just do myself. Let's create the project. So, new project has been created. We should expect to see a notification. Alrighty, happy, joy. We just got an email. A new internal project is created that we need to validate as management, job cost teams, however you need to communicate this internally. So it takes you directly to the project where you can go in and open up the project and make any necessary validations. Definitely wonderful tool for communication. There is a lot more functionality, but in my testing, I haven't quite validated some of those kind of accounting areas I think could be beneficial. So when I do get the thumbs up, happy, joy, I will definitely share those with you. But these are 4 areas that I absolutely know work within the system that I encourage you to use for communication purposes. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It is my pleasure to create these fun videos for you. And please comment, please subscribe, please forward to anybody you know that might benefit from this from an end user perspective. So